Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos Podcast.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
You know, man, like, yo, when I hear our theme song, bro, that fuck it right in the pussy, that gets me going. Gets me going, man.
It hits different.
Damn.
It's different.
It does hit different.
It
Makes me feel different.
Well, this is something different that we're doing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bromigos Podcast. It is your boy Panama Red.
Someone go.
Oh, I gotta go. See,
I thought Dante was gonna go
That's
next,
what I'm
man.
saying. That's what I'm saying. We're on the studio, so it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Dante, man. What's poppin', y'all? What's good? What's good?
I'm the Hoochie Man Hunter. Then up on my right,
Of course, it's the undercover brother.
Yeah.
Motorboat and Matt.
There you go.
It's wonderful. It's a new era for us today. It
Yes.
feels great.
Yes.
Feels like we went back in time. Like
That's
20 years
weird.
ago,
This
when
is
everything
weird,
was
man.
through a computer.
Yeah.
So what's been going on, fellas? How's everyone's week been?
Well, as everyone can tell, we're in quarantine.
If this was 2020, we'd
Yep.
definitely be doing this.
We're in Zoom class right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
See, you
Bro.
know, I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little apprehensive when we decided that we weren't going to be in the studio today because keep in mind, I've been doing whiskey on Discord. Well, we've been doing whiskey on Discord for my other podcasts since maybe after the first 10 episodes. So I was thinking to myself, God damn, I don't want this to be like a thing where we're going to be all on separate screens now and that whole thing. Because I'm like, man, I missed being in a studio talking to people. But I think since we actually have a decent fucking platform that allows us to kind of work around that a little bit, I'm actually pretty happy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems all right. We'll see how this shit goes.
We'll see how it goes, you know.
I'm just
Trial and error.
trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trial
We
and
Yeah.
error.
thought
Run
you
through, see how it
thought
goes.
trial and error from fucking when we were in the studio was something. Now it's a whole new animal we're in now.
Right.
It's a whole new world, isn't it?
Oh shit. Already? We're gonna dive
Oh, we're
in?
gonna get into this already?
God
Goddamn.
into it already. So I know some of y'all know. Oh shit, I could actually talk to people now. Listeners, what's popping? How y'all doing, man? Now listen, here's the thing. Twitter's all up in a rut just because the new trailer for the new Little Mermaid came out, and it's Chloe, right? It's Chloe Haley. I think she's Ariel this year. Yeah,
Haley
she's
Bailey
Ariel.
is her name.
It's Haley.
Haley
I thought it was
Bailey.
her sister. Okay, so it's Haley. So Haley.
Bailey?
Yeah,
I
Haley.
keep reading
Okay.
it like Halle Berry, and I guess now
Yeah,
that
yeah,
my
yeah.
asphyxiation with
I
Halle
yeah,
Berry,
I
I
thought
read
the
it
same
that
thing.
way. But
Her
So
name is
yeah.
Haley Bailey.
So Haley is the brand new Little Mermaid, and YouTube is up in a fucking roar, literally because she's black. Like people are losing their fucking minds, man.
Not
Losing
just
their fucking
YouTube. It's-
mind.
So they posted something today, while I was recording in the studio, doing something else today. I was, they weren't talking to me at the moment, and I wasn't doing anything in particular at the moment. So I go on Facebook, and as I'm on Facebook, there's a post, someone posted about it, and then there's all these white people up in arms. I'm like, yo, y'all are getting mad over a fictitious she's a fictional character. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
We can't have a black Little Mermaid.
And then
I
this
can't
one
believe it.
lady's like,
What?
there the liberals go pushing their agenda. And I'm like, what agenda?
Oh,
Because she's
It's a movie.
black? It's
yeah.
like, what? So then she starts to tell me how some Danish dude wrote the story. And I was like, listen, the story is based off, if you want to go historical fact here, right? The first mentions of mermaids were like 1000 BC, right?
it was
And
Greek,
this is-
if I'm not mistaken.
Even before then, like the
Before
earliest
that?
are
Okay.
Syrian, right?
Oh wow. I didn't
Clearly
know that.
non-white people. And I'm like, and then if you look at the area of where the myth and lore of mermaids come from, it's from the Mediterranean, which involves part of Europe, part of Africa, part of Asia, aka not all white people. So I'm like trying to drop her facts, and she's like, well, the Danish man wrote it. I was like, well, then you should be up in arms, because the Danish man, he's basically making of the story what he wishes to. So why aren't you like, where's the outrage? I was like,
I don't know, man.
and obviously it
Kinda
went a little
weird.
back and forth, and then I got bored of it. So I was like, I'm done talking to this broad because she's a fucking idiot.
It's a
Like, I don't
kids
understand.
movie. It's
Yeah.
a kids movie. You got people going, but back in my day, Little Mermaid was white. Now we got Black Little Mermaid. It's like everybody. It's like it's some kids movie. Where you're not even gonna watch it. Your
Yeah.
kid's probably gonna watch it, and you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, so frustrated over it. That's like, let it go.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like I don't even. To me, the OG Little Mermaid is always going to be the cartoon. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just me. Like I, as far as like the live action stuff goes, because Disney's been doing this shit for like the last 5 years or so, and most of them don't come out nearly as like good as the old
Yeah.
OG cartoons.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, The Lion King. The Lion King has all this not even animation in terms of art style, but like the animation of the actual characters. You
not
can
with
see
the-
when they
but the
smile.
last Lion King that came out was good though. I ain't gonna lie. That
It
a
was
good movie.
okay. Like they added stuff.
That was a good
They
movie.
added some things to the movie that would have made the OG one a little bit better. I agree with that point.
I didn't like the
But
music.
as far as the actual like animation and like how the characters are portrayed, it's so realistic that it almost takes away from the whimsicalness of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
So I hear all that. Like one of my arguments to someone I was going back and forth with was back then when a lot of these Disney movies were made, there wasn't a whole lot of black representation in Hollywood. Therefore, you weren't going to see a lot of people of color being portrayed in any of these movies. So now that times are different, it seems like these kind of white people just have a very hard time grasping what time they live in now. Like times have changed. There's going to be a lot of representation from a lot of different people around the world. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck what you grew up watching. Like, granted, I liked The Little Mermaid as a kid. My sister made me watch it 1,000 fucking times. I liked it. They want to make a remake of it with a black person. The broad can sing. She's a beautiful young lady. What's the problem? Oh, she's black. She's black.
Can't have that.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
if that's the case, I'm guessing a good portion of the cast is going to be black. Because think about it like this: King Triton.
Oh, yeah, Queen Latifah's
He's
in
going to
it.
have to be black.
Oh,
He's
Queen
gonna be black.
Latifah's in it.
Yeah, Queen Latifah's in it. Yeah, she plays what you call it? The
Ursula?
octopus bitch. Yeah, Ursula. Yeah, she plays Ursula.
Ursula.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means a lot of the cast will be black.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's gonna be-
that's what I'm
it's gonna be a lot of
saying.
black people in the cast, yeah.
If Ariel is going to be black, so has to be King Triton.
So they're gonna get mad at the entire cast then.
Oh yeah,
Or
they're gonna be
is it
mad.
Ariel?
It seems like that's going to be what it's going to turn to.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what white people are gonna do? They're gonna be so mad that they're gonna pay to see the movie that they didn't want to see in the first place, and they complain about it on Twitter afterwards. You dumb motherfuckers.
Probably
You
it's going to
dumb
be like the same
motherfuckers.
shit. It's probably going to be the
Jesus
same
fucking
shit like they'll
Christ.
do to Black Panther or like the
Yeah.
old one and then the new one.
I
coming
can't
out.
believe there's a black superhero. I have to pay to
Yeah,
see this
right?
movie so I can talk shit about it.
You know what's funny? As I was arguing back and forth with this woman, she then proceeded to say that, oh, I guess Chris Pratt should be Kunta Kinte and they should redo Roots. And I was like,
Ignorance.
that's
Ignorance.
Yo, first of all,
premise of Roots
Chris
is
Pratt's got to be away
to
from all
talk
movies
about
right now. He's in too
slavery,
many
like-
things.
I can't with some people. They're just
Isn't
like,
it doesn't it suck when the people you look up to just are false misrepresented? They're like, you know what I'm saying? Or they're misrepresented. Isn't that weird? You know, the little girls and little boys used to look up to Little Mermaid. Oh, such an inspirational story. Now, how do you think Christians and Catholics felt when they saw white Jesus?
yeah, that's funny. Someone else presented that argument too.
Hmm.
Presented the same
Oh,
argument.
I can't believe it's a black Little Mermaid. It's a white Jesus. Well, that's how it's supposed. No.
No,
Technically speaking,
No.
they created white Jesus. Let's be honest.
technically speaking,
Mhm.
and you know,
Let's
the
be
fucked up-
honest here.
the fucked up
They
part
create
about
a
it,
white
like,
Jesus. It's like they created Pearl Milling Company. Who the fuck is eating Pearl Milling Company? Nah, bring back Aunt Jemima. Bring back Aunt Jemima. Bring back
Facts.
Uncle Ben Base. Okay, you know, bring
Facts.
back the Washington Redskins. All right, bring back the Cleveland Indians. Fuck cancel culture, man. God damn.
Well,
God damn.
You know what it is?
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Mike. It's a lot of white people being angry about other people's stuff. Think about it like
Yes.
this. Think like you just mentioned with the Redskins and the Cleveland Indians. It's a lot of white people being upset about Native Americans being represented in sports.
Yeah, I think
If you
I'm-
really break it down to brass tacks, but go
if
ahead.
I'm
Mike.
not mistaken, I think they spoke to a few of these Indian people, like Native Americans, and asked them if they had a problem with it, and the general consensus was like, yeah, we don't really care, like it's not a big deal. But of course, you got these woke people that won't feel the need to save everyone, and it's like, I don't care, bro.
There
Like,
were
it's not.
actually people who thought like changing the name of certain brands of food was gonna end racism. Like, bro, we as black people, we grew up on Aunt Jemima. You think we're up? You think we want to change that? Yo, literally, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to buy Pearl Milling Company's syrup a day in my fucking life. That's nuts. What the hell is that?
But you know who you are gonna buy though? You're gonna buy Mrs. Butterworth's, motherfucker. That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
Mrs. Butterworth. Yeah.
Oh
Mrs.
man,
Butterworth got some ass, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
I don't call it Butterworth for nothing.
No, that's true.
God, that bottle got me acting.
Oh,
You know
someone
what
cut
I'm
his
saying?
mic. Cut his mic.
Got me acting
Out here sipping over inanimate objects. That's our first
that
sound
bottle
bite.
got me acting promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? Got me acting up.
Yo, man, I'm so glad we got this soundboard now. I'm so happy.
God.
yo,
Bro, wait till I set mine up. It's slow. I'm about to have some wild shit on.
Well,
my
wait until we actually have like all of us back in the same place together again. That's gonna be fun.
word. So the NFL season kicked off, gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm so happy about it. So excited. Not totally happy about my team's defense, but we going to the Super Bowl, baby. We going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Who's we?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
There went Matt's camera.
Whoa.
Keep it going. I know my contact fell out of my fucking eye.
Oh man. All right.
Well,
Well,
not let the people see you put it back in, my boy.
What?
But anyway, yeah.
It's not a pretty sight. It's not a pretty sight to see. I ain't finna have this on YouTube on our first day.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles won barely. First of all, we're not going to talk about barely, okay, over there, Hoochie Man. We're not going to talk about barely because the Pittsburgh Steelers weren't.
they beat the Bengals by the same amount of points.
Beat the Bengals. At least the Bengals went to the Super Bowl last year.
I hear that, but
Yeah.
still.
Hey,
Every
that
team
was a
in
rough
this
one to
room
watch.
that we all like barely won their games. We can all admit
Well-
that. The Giants fucking somehow pulled a win out of their ass. I have no clue how they did.
nobody knows.
Hey! Tom Brady won 19-3, baby. I'm
That's
chilling.
what I was gonna say. Tom Brady didn't have any. He played
Tom
against.
Brady
You
had a
need to
great
go out
day.
and do Tom Brady. Tom Brady normally puts up like 45. Really? Come on,
He
now.
is 45.
Hey.
Bitch about to be divorced soon too, apparently.
Whoa, hey.
I don't know if he'll
Hey,
be divorced.
You know what? No, we're gonna talk about that real quick. You know what I've never liked ever is when I know as celebrities, you know, like their lives are kind of just out there and open, but I hate when people start to have opinions on other people's relationships and like personal lives. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's been out here talking about Tom Brady's possible divorce. Who the fuck are you?
Well,
Like, who the fuck are you? How are you going to talk about someone else's personal life and have an opinion? Oh, well, you know, Giselle should leave. Shut the fuck up.
why
Shut
should
the
she
fuck
leave
up.
him?
That's what I'm saying. Why should she leave him?
I mean, so if she was going to leave him because she wants him to spend more time with his family, I mean, that's her business, but
Yeah.
it's not really our position to
No.
speculate. But fuck that, we're gonna speculate.
And if anyone's ever heard Giselle talk about Tom's career, she always says the same thing. She's like, because she said it recently. She's like, I would love for him to spend more time with the family and our kids because, you know, kids are starting to like hit that teenage years. And you know how we get when you get to be teenagers. Spending time with your parents is kind of like put on the wayside.
Yeah,
So, you know, she's like, I want him to spend more time with the kids, but at the same time, he's got a career, you know, and he wants to play football, and she doesn't want to stop him from doing what he loves to do. And that's why I think their relationship is so good, because she said the same thing in the Man in the Arena documentary for Tom Brady on ESPN. The same shit. Like, she cares about what he likes. I think that's kind of why their relationship works, you know, because really think about it. Tom Brady is 45. They've been together since for about 15 years. I mean, at this point in his career, he really should be at home doing his own thing, but he's still playing football, still winning championships. And his wife is like, I got to let him do him, because if he takes that away from him, their relationship.
I mean, it's like she knows him as a football player, right? And to come into someone's life and then be like, you know what? That's like taking away a piece of his identity. Like, why would you want to do that? Should he retire? I mean, who the fuck cares, man? That man will retire when he's good and ready. You know, and I mean, everyone's going to speculate because of what happened prior to the season beginning and things of that nature. But I really don't see a big deal. I really don't care that much either. It's whatever.
I mean, if he wins this year, he wins. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Not. I think Matt said this last week. If he doesn't win this year, I think he's going to go back into retirement.
I think regardless of whether he wins or not, he's going to retire. In my honest opinion,
he's got that big contract at Fox.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. True. So
his body will break down on him eventually, and it's there have been signs of it for the better part of the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Bro, stop it! You sound like Max Kellerman.
First of all, don't compare me to that fucking clown.
First of all, Max Kellerman is a very smart dude. All right.
He is. Just
I'm not a big Kellerman
dumb shit.
I am not a big Kellerman fan.
He wants Iguodala.
Kellerman.
Sometimes I do think Max Kellerman should stick to boxing because sometimes he has opinions on shit, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it, man.
If the Martians have beans,
I want Iguodala. Like,
yeah.
But you know what? I will. I've seen a clip. It was like 10, 15 minutes straight of it's called Max Kellerman being blacker than Stephen A. Smith.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the funniest fucking things you'll ever see. Well, like, Stephen A. is all like, he's what I guess, for lack of better terms, the black community would call like a coon or something because his stance is on marijuana and stuff in sports. And then Max Kellerman is just completely owning him at every argument that he has.
I never understood? It was like when everyone gets mad at Stephen A. Smith for having an opinion on weed, that's I know that motherfuckers just don't listen. Like people hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, literally they hear what they want to hear. Stephen A. Smith has never said he's against weed. That's not what he's saying. What he is saying is that he's against these players knowing good and well that it's against the rules, but you do it anyways and you're fucking with your money. That's what he gets upset about. It's like Josh Gordon should be in the Hall of Fame. Josh Gordon should still be in the league. Josh Gordon would have been one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, but he continuously broke the rules. Now, am I a fan of how those things like turned out? No, I don't really think the repercussions for smoking weed should have been as bad as they were or as severe as they were for him. But let's be real. You already know the rules are you can't smoke weed. Here's the thing. If you do, nigga, don't smoke the day before you're supposed to take a drug test.
Yeah.
See, that's just a low IQ fucking thing to do. Like,
no, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, anything that fucks with your money, you shouldn't be doing it. So, like when I was in the army, I smoked a lot of weed before the army. When I joined the army, I gave up the weed because it could fuck you. Like, and that has
so
to
how fucked was your mental state at the time? Because you were in the army for a while, right?
Yeah, 5 years. I mean, 5 years.
I mean, isn't the normal term 4, or isn't the normal like contract 4?
No, so it all really depends. Like my first initial contract was like 3 years, 21 weeks or something like that. But that's just the active portion of it. Once you fulfill your active duty and you get out of active duty status, you then have to do like reserve because it's a 10-year contract that you owe them. So you just go do your reserve like once a month. You do that for 10 years. So that's pretty much what I think it's 10 years. I may be wrong, but I think it's 10 or 8, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. So don't come for me in the comment section, people. So how are we feeling about those Pittsburgh Steelers, Hoochie Man?
There's a lot of emotions with that.
How you doing that without TJ?
Well, TJ's not out for the season.
Yeah, TJ got hurt in the game, I think.
Pec injury. He didn't tear it.
But he's out for the season, right?
No.
He's not out for the season.
He's gonna sit out and basically ices. So it wasn't like a complete tear. If it was a complete tear, he would have been out. But he went from being out for the rest of the season to being out for only minimum 4 games.
Now, how the hell are you gonna play the rest of the season with a partially torn pectoral muscle? Nah, he's done.
Have you seen what a torn pec looks like?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
There's no way someone can fucking play football with that. I'm sorry.
One hit, it's over.
Yeah, he's not out. He's just placed on IR.
Yeah.
He's not out.
I'm confident in the defense, though. I mean, they had
Are you?
5. They had 5 turnovers. I mean, the offense has to produce, but the defense did the most of the hard stuff. Which
my man Hoochie
going-
said that shit confidently.
I'm just saying, going
He
into
said
the
it with his whole
season,
chest.
going into the season, I knew that for them to be in it to win it, the defense is going to have to step up. And they had 4 interceptions on Burrow and a forced fumble. They had 5 total turnovers in the game. Barely won in an absolutely crazy kicking frenzy. I mean, it's like no one. I said after the McPherson miss from 29 yards out, I was like, well, this game's going to end in a tie. There's no way. No one can make a field goal.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I was upset about that because McPherson's on my fantasy team, as we talked about last week, and I lost my fucking matchup by 2 points, which I wasn't extremely pleased about.
Yeah, we saw you complaining about it on Twitter.
I wasn't happy, man. My buddy Tom, so me and my buddy Tom, who we're in the league with, we were kind of like going back and forth. He was convinced he was going to lose, like during the Denver game, because we both had Denver players in the going against each other. So we're like, oh shit. Meanwhile, so the guy I had was the running back, and I had to use him because Dobbins was out. So he kept fumbling the ball. He wasn't running a whole lot, and I'm sitting here like, man, there's no way I'm going to win this game. And the kicker isn't doing too well either. And Tom is like, oh shit, there's no way I'm going to win this game. So when the game was finally over and it was determined that I had lost by like 2.5 points or some shit.
Yeah.
I went into our DM group chat and I was like, Tom, and I give him like the shaking hands emoji. And I'm like, that was a matchup, my friend. That was a matchup. Meanwhile, I think everybody else, either got blown out or it was a more concrete win for others than it was for our particular matchup. But this week hopefully will be a different story because I'm actually playing good quarterbacks instead of fucking Aaron Rodgers, who completely was probably the reason why I lost in general.
Aaron Rodgers should just retire.
He's going to retire midway through the season. There's no fucking doubt about it.
Way.
He's gonna walk out like
Why
a
not, bro?
whole AB. Right? He's gonna pull AB.
He's gonna be trash, bro. They're gonna be absolute garbage.
Growing pains. Everybody's new except for like Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard, but Lazard hasn't been in that wide receiver 1 role. But
they traded Devontae Adams.
Yeah. I mean, they did.
Devontae Adams,
arguably the best receiver.
Hey, by the way, Devontae Adams is great on my fantasy team. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure you racked up some points. But
I was saying, I didn't even say about my fantasy team. I blew out the dude that I was going against. He had 93 something points. I had 181. I almost doubled his score.
Well, at least somebody won. My brother blew out his guy too in his own fantasy league. But my problem is I don't have like that.
What did he say?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all talking about blowing other dudes out. Like,
I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No. Mike, you hear this shit? You hear this?
Bruh.
Yeah, man. I don't know how I feel about that, dog.
Hey, he said it that time, not me. Okay,
you're supposed to destroy the opponent.
Yeah, destroy. We ain't talking about blowing and shit. I don't know.
I think there might be a different part that's getting destroyed on the Hoochie Man's end, but you know.
Whoa!
Jail. 1 minute. Lock him up. Throw away the key. I cannot believe this. Holy shit.
My god!
So, as we continue this on, how you feeling about the New York Giants?
I was able to watch the first half of the game, and I was so infuriated that I didn't even watch the second half. Everything that we did,
man. You don't have to be a New York fan, bro. You don't have to. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. We're not having this discussion again because I'm gonna get upset like I did last week. There's a window right there, man. I get it. I understand. I get it. How many floors up are you right now?
I'm 2 floors. It's not going to do
That's
nothing.
Not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough.
Go to the roof.
Go to the roof. Jesus. Oh my God, man, you're out here. You're out here basically asking me to jump off a roof because I'm a New York sports fan. Wow, that's what I would have done if I were in your position.
I mean, bro,
that's an out of pocket statement right there.
I'm gonna have to be out of pocket with you, my man. Y'all just suffer.
Y'all suck.
Year in and year out.
But here's the thing. It's just like I don't know I don't know what happened between the first half and the second half because in the second half, yeah, we still made some mistakes. I saw the highlights, but for somehow, some way, Daniel Jones actually knows how to throw a football every now and again. I mean, meanwhile, the entire first half, all he kept doing was getting sacked and causing fumbles. That's why they call him Danny Derps to begin with.
He doesn't know how to run for a wide
He
open
looks so
touchdown.
derpy when he's running with the football. I mean, he's fast. Don't get me wrong.
Listen, man,
he just looks like a derpy idiot.
I'll say it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. This is his last year at the Giants. Whether we do well or not, we cannot keep him on the team. We have to draft a quarterback next year. We have to. He is a liability.
Quarterbacks, y'all just suck. Y'all
just sorry.
You know what?
Now,
you know what?
listen.
Like as a New York sports fan, bro. As a New York sports fan, your professional sports teams have been playing Chinese water torture with you for the past like 20 years.
The Knicks have.
Like, you know, the Knicks, like every year, they're like, "Ooh, we got good free agent. Oh, first round of playoffs.
Oh, no.
Jalen Brunson.
Second round of playoffs."
There's Jalen Brunson on silver platter.
I mean,
Donovan
the only
Mitchell, fuck
team
that
that's
guy.
been decent has been like the Yankees. The Yankees have been.
Oh, don't get me started on the Yankees.
Because they're the Yankees, right? And then the Mets.
I don't know what. I don't know what happened between the free agent signings, like the deadline for that, and what's happened after. But we are not the same team we were after that whole free agent deadline was completed because the Yankees.
Oh yeah, y'all suck.
No shit.
Y'all suck.
I was convinced during June, I was convinced we were going to win this World Series.
I wasn't convinced. When I saw Aaron Judge, no, I definitely wasn't convinced. When I saw Aaron Judge going crazy earlier in the summer, you know what I said? I was like, damn, the Yankees are hot right now. Now, when are they going to fuck this shit up? And here we are. We are.
But it's not just Judge, though. It's everybody else. Nobody knows how to hit, and our fucking bullpen is garbage.
Well, Judge is playing amazing. Like, Judge
he's
definitely going to win MVP.
Consistent player. He's the only consistent player we have because
when
we need him to hit, he will hit.
It's his last year. They got to pay him. Otherwise, he's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, the 1 year he finally has like a great year, the entire team's like, well, fuck it.
What pisses me off is that Joey Gallo, who was on the Yankees up until the trade deadline, he got moved to the Dodgers, and there's a good chance the Dodgers are going to win the World Series now this year. And Joey Gallo was trash on the Yankees. And if he wins the World Series now, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to feel like how Steelers fans felt when AB won with Tampa Bay a few years ago during the Super Bowl. I'm going to feel like that, Hunter.
Yeah, I was going to say he was so trash. He was great with the Rangers. Then he gets traded to the Yankees. Had an okay year when he got traded. Then this year, he just stunk on the Yankees. As soon as he gets traded, he's hitting dingers in LA, and the Yankees are losing. It's like funny how that works. I knew what was going to happen too. I'm like, watch him go back to his old self, and then the Yankees struggle, and they struggled.
You talking about AB? You brought up AB. Did you see the video of AB? The recent?
No, I haven't seen it.
Where he was like frolicking who was on stage? I can't remember who was on stage. He was at a
stooge.
He was doing it was someone's rap concert. He was frolicking like Lil Uzi Vert on the stage in this like reddish orange pleather looking suit. That's just like, yo, what the fuck is going on with AB?
There's something wrong with that dude.
He's got CTE.
He's got CTE. It's from birth. After that, he's been a complete fool.
I don't even think Mans is mentally messed up. I don't even think he is. I just think he's just a weird ass dude. He's just fucking weird. And then you know what? And then if you say anything to him or say anything about it, it's like, nah, you don't even understand. Like, y'all niggas just hating, bro. Like, I'm on a different level right now. Yeah, you're on a different level of psychedelics, my nigga, because I don't know what the fuck's going on with you.
I'd like to know what he's taking, I think all of us would have a good fucking trip with that.
Bro, that ain't Mary Jane. Nah, whatever he's on, he could keep it. Yeah, I don't want nothing that's actually frolicking on stage. Okay, I'm too big of a black ass Negro, bro. Have me frolicking across.
I'm not saying you gotta be frolicking. I'm saying it's like, man, I can only imagine
what he was doing something like this. Like,
no, that's a dance move now. They were doing that in the Steelers locker room after they won. Like, what are you doing? No,
Yeah, niggas out here directing traffic and shit.
yeah, at this point, anything's a dance move. Like literally, anything's a dance move. You could just do.
I have no idea
Be
what
like,
is going
oh, this
on.
is the next dance move. You're just doing this.
Probably.
So stupid.
Probably.
Anyway,
Nah,
that dude's a
it'd be
menace to
weird, bro.
society.
I mean, he also hangs out with Kanye West too. He's also a fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Who also is like mentally unstable. I think all these people, like, listen, I've been really thinking a lot about mental health, and I'm, I myself probably should, talk to a therapist, but it's not about me right now. People like AB and because I'm not in the public eye yet, but AB and Kanye, like Kanye, something like Kanye, like what the fuck is wrong with Kanye, bro? Kanye just says shit and he just keeps going and poking. I still think this motherfucker's talking about Pete. I still think
this man has literally run for president of the United States with the condition he was in.
I voted for Kanye.
Speaking of Kanye, you voted for Kanye.
Really? Did you really?
Did you really? I was gonna say.
Like he was a part of the problem. Like what the fuck? People around Kanye need to tell Kanye, sit your dumb ass down.
Hey, did anyone see Kanye post about Kim and her going to the bathroom a lot?
Yeah.
Kim has a lot of diarrhea, like way more than a normal person should have it. And she texts him, please stop posting our private text messages on Instagram. And he goes, bitch, I know you texted this from the toilet.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like Kanye, bro. To be honest with you, to be real honest with you, I think somebody just needs to beat the shit out of Kanye West. Just beat the shit out of him.
What would that solve?
Because no. Because you know what, man? Normal people who say the shit that Kanye does, especially on a public forum, would get their shit rocked. But because it's Kanye, niggas like, oh, it's just Kanye, man. He's expressing his creativity, man. He's just being honest. Like, why? Why do you constantly talk shit about your ex-wife? Why do you constantly have Pete Davidson's name in your mouth when he has nothing to do with you anymore? He has no contact with you. He has nothing to do with your family anymore. All he does is just go on social media and constantly trash this man and fuck with his mental health. Like, think about it. What if you had a famous person that you knew that was on social media every fucking day just talking mad shit about you and you weren't even engaging in it? Like,
I mean,
nothing bad to him. He didn't. No. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. What did Pete Davidson really do to Kanye West that would make him act like this? Because he was dating his ex-wife. Yes, we know your ex-wife has kids, your kids. But what do you expect? You think Kim can't live her own life?
No, of course.
Kim can't have her own relationship. Kim had her own relationship with Pete Davidson. Kanye was acting like a little fucking bitch and got upset. So he went on social media and started talking shit.
He went at him too now. Let's not act like
I mean,
no
one's absolved from.
As he should.
I mean, but once you do that, it's not going to end right there. People going to do the back and forth. It's just like when me and you get into it. It's always something.
But there comes a point in time where, as a man, as Kanye, you got to be like, all right, I'm being immature. It's like, nigga, you have billions of dollars and you're acting like a 16-year-old little bitch going on Twitter every 2 seconds talking shit about another grown-ass man. Like, grow up, bro.
I will say this.
Go back in the studio and make your shitty-ass gospel music and shut the fuck up.
I'll say this. Like, when Kanye...
Dante?
It's all right. The first album was good. I was fucking with it. The second one,
it's mid.
Hunter dropping bars?
Hunter doing something.
I was gonna say though, it's like when the whole thing, when Kanye started to have a little bit more of a mental episode after, like, during the whole process of the divorce with Kim, I was like Team Kanye, man, because I'm like, man, they must have done something to him to fuck with his mental health, blah blah blah. And then you start seeing this continued behavior, especially during the Pete Davidson situation, and I'm like, man, I don't really feel bad for Kanye anymore. I wanted to feel bad, but I kind of can't at this point.
I just really think something is wrong with him. I think that's what it is. I think he
deliberately doesn't take his meds.
Yeah,
because it what's the word that he's been said to use? It, for lack of better terms, fucks with his creative process when it comes to
does.
Probably does. It probably does.
I mean, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in because that stuff literally does fuck with you. Like, it's like if you have a chemical imbalance, it does that and it like changes everything in you. But perhaps Kanye should, take a break from music and focus on his mental health and get right. I don't know though. I'm not a professional. I'm not a health.
All right, I know this is really, really, really off topic, but Matt, I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking at your face for the past 2 minutes, and I got it. You look like Sam the Eagle from the Muppets. That's what it is.
What?
That's what it is. Sam the Eagle. Sam the Eagle. I was like looking at him, man, and I'm like, Matt looks like somebody I know. Yeah, Hunter, pull it up. Pull it up.
Motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker. No, not even. Fuck you. That ain't it. No, that ain't it.
That's just wrong.
That's out of pocket. Oh,
Yo, my man called you a Muppet, bro. You want to take that?
I thought it was.
Yo,
no.
Wait, bring that back up. Bring it back up.
Oh my God. Let me say he looks like him.
Yo, he got the same arms and everything, bro.
He built it. Sorry,
man. I'm sorry.
If your eyebrows were thicker, I would be like, "This is definitely you."
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like
it's fucked up.
I might actually jump out that window.
I couldn't get out of my head.
I might actually jump out the window now. Thank you.
Okay, so we talked about we talked about the Giants. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How you feeling?
God Bucks.
Shout out to the Bucks, man. Now everybody knows. Listen, I'm a bandwagon Bucks fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. Once Brady leaves, I'm done with y'all. I don't care. I don't care what y'all.
Would you be done with football in general? Or are you gonna be like become like a Chiefs
fan?
I
pretty much. Like, I mean, I'm so candid about this shit. Like, bro, I really only care about basketball. Like, I don't give a fuck who wins the World Series. Who won last year?
The Super Bowl. I think. The Rams.
The Dodgers won.
Well, are we talking about the World Series, or are we talking about
Atlanta? Yeah, I was an Atlanta fan.
Oh no, Atlanta. The Braves the one.
I was an Atlanta fan for a little bit, but they sucked this year, so I got to find some other team to watch for baseball.
Oh, so you just bandwagon everything, huh?
I'm just not a fan of like other. I don't watch football like that. I don't watch baseball like that. So it's like whoever wins. I don't get crazy over the Super Bowl. But
so do you actually like the Lakers, or are you just a bandwagon guy too?
Oh no. I'm a die-hard Lakers fan, bro. Die-hard Lakers fan. Like
I'm about to say
any Lakers fan who made it from 2012 to 2017, you're a fucking saint. Okay. Y'all understand. Okay. I went through the Robert Sacre years, Xavier Henry. Like, y'all don't even know what the fuck that is, do you? Jody Meeks. Yeah.
Hey, I know Jody Meeks. Shout out former
Ryan Kelly.
Yeah.
We had some shitty ass players on the Lakers for the longest time, and I stuck with them. I stuck beside him. But Tampa Bay, though, man.
He's like Dante. Look, it looks like Dante. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Who made you balls?
But Tampa Bay,
what's his fucking name? Lindsey Graham, that fucking idiot.
Lindsey Graham? Who's that?
Yeah,
the Republican. I think he's a congressman from South Carolina.
Yeah,
where he's trying to make it a national ban against abortions after 15 weeks.
Once again, see how well that works out.
Once again, grown men. Like, I'm not even going to color thing. Grown men talking about what women should do with their body. We're not even going to dive into that. It's just
we're not going into that.
Like I said before,
what we are going to get into is
keep your politics out of their pussy. Keep your politics out of their pussy. All right?
We can talk about boobs though.
Boobs.
Who do you may want to talk about boobs? So we're going to talk about
titties.
I see a lot of them
boobs in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I actually got a boob story, if you don't mind.
Hit me with the boob story.
All right, so I was scrolling through dating apps and shit, and I got a match with someone.
Okay.
And she was kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie. She was dark. She was a little darker skinned, a little ethnic. So then she goes to message me. We're having a quick little casual conversation. She says, "Oh, what are you on here for?" And I was being honest, like, something casual, see what it turns into. And she's like, "Oh, let's go to Snapchat because I want to talk more privately on there." And I'm just like, okay, so I already know where this is going. So if you have an experience with dating apps, Dante, I know you have. Well, no, it's not that. It's not that. Actually, it wasn't that. It was she was trying to get me to purchase her services.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Matt, you fell for that shit.
No, I didn't fall. No, I knew what
did you do it though.
No. Let me explain myself because you guys are gonna start jumping down my fucking throat.
Oh boy.
So I knew what was, as soon as she said, let's go to Snapchat, I knew it was going on, but I was bored. So I entertained it anyway. So she was going on about, like, she was asking me a bunch of questions like, oh, are you a cop? Are you this? Are you that? And I'm like, no, it's kind of an odd question to ask, but I'm not a cop. And she goes on and says, like, okay, so what I do is I am essentially, I hook up with guys and, they pay me. And I also provide massage services as well. So I'm like, damn, they must be getting.
Where's the Sean? Make sure he's not in.
I was gonna say, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, God damn, the Sean Watson would be all
poking out
over
of
this
a corner
right
in
now.
your room.
So no, this girl was like going into her whole spiel, like trying to sell me on it. And then I see the prices, and I'm like, okay, you had me enticed for a little bit there, but now I start seeing the prices that she's going with, and I'm like, and then not only that, she's like, oh, we got to do it at like, a hotel or something. So it's like the amount of money that you got to put into something like this. I'm just like, nah, it wasn't worth it my time. So I said, it's not something I'm interested in right now, but I appreciate you going through it, that whole spiel with me. But, I might consider it in the future, but,
that's
Not
a
how
perfect
he's
segue.
right now.
That's a perfect segue into a sugar mama story I have for everybody.
Ooh.
So,
really?
Listen, quarantine, my nigga, I was down bad. I was down super bad. Like, beat my dick 7 times a day super bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed some oral support. You know what I'm saying? What you need some oral support. I need some oral support. Hey man, I was talking to homies one day and they were like, yo, you gotta get on this app. I'm like, okay. And it was one of these apps where you could find sugar mamas. So I was like, all right, so I was looking on there, trying to find what was going on.
There's one of those exist.
I was gonna say,
what the hell it's called. It might pop into my head at some point, but it's like it's a real website.
There, Matt.
And so I hop on the website and I find this one lady who actually lived near me. So you were texting and everything and blah blah blah, blase blase, So as we're having these conversations, she was like, "Well, how much what do you want your allowance to be, baby?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm looking for like $2,000 a week. She was like, "Okay, I can do that."
$2,000 a week?
That's $2,000 a week.
Sign me the fuck up.
So
I'm down.
On today's economy.
So here's where I was a dumbass. I told you I was naive, man. I was stupid. So she was like, "Listen, I'm gonna put the money in your account tomorrow." I said, "Oh, all right, bet." So of course my dumbass, she was like, "Well, I need to get into your account. Can you give me your password and blah blah blah?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Okay.
Oh no.
So I gave her my shit, right? Now, listen, of course, now I'm thinking like, oh, I'm about to get all this money. So I wake up the next morning and she texts me. She's like, "Good morning, baby. The money's in your account." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm rich." Yo, there was not $2,000 in my account.
Negative.
There was $5,000 in my account.
What?
What?
There was $5,000 in my account.
Did you do anything to get that money first?
No, but
No?
this is where the shit actually got sketchy. So she was telling me, she's like, "Listen, I put the money in your account, but I need you to send some of this money to certain people because I need to like pay off. I need to give money for these cards I need to get for my job." She's telling me I need to buy these cards for my job so that way I can give them to the people that I work for and blase, blase, blase. So she was like dead ass. She wanted me to go to the store and buy these cards and then pay for them. I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. She's like, all right, fine. I just need you to send money through Cash App and Venmo to these certain people. Yo, my nigga, when I tell you I was just sending bread to most random ass motherfuckers. I was sending like, she was like, I need you to send $1,000 to this person on Cash App. Then I need you to send $500 to this person at this time, and then send another 500 30 minutes later. Like I felt like I was money laundering, bro. When the bank called,
yeah,
like, I was like, yeah. When the bank called, they were like, "Yo, you have a fraudulent check in your account," and like all this shit. So once I found out all that, bro, I started freaking the fuck out. Like I thought I was doing something illegal. I was like, oh my God, I'm fucked. It got so bad, bro. This is how paranoid I was. Now remember, this is the beginning of the pandemic. Like this was April. 2020. So we're like fresh into this shit, bro. I drove to the police station. I tried to find my school resource officer from when I was in high school. I was trying to like, yo, bro, I need help. I need help. He wasn't around, so I was freaking the hell out. I blocked this bitch on my phone because I didn't want her blowing my shit up anymore. Because she kept texting and calling me. She's like, hey, did you send the money? 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 So I was freaking out, bro. Lo and behold, my mom ends up talking to me a couple days after I had this whole dispute with the bank and everything. She's like, oh yeah, I saw you had $5,000 in your account, but I wasn't going to say anything.
What? What?
No. You know what? Let me stop it real quick. So, first off, when the red flag should have went up, it should have been when she was like, hey, can I have your password?
Hey, did you hear me say I was horny? Did you hear me say that?
This is why men are so easy to control. They think with the other head.
Bro, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, I know I made a dumbass mistake. Oh, don't give me wrong.
You gonna tell me you needed pussy so bad that you
I need pussy $5,000 that bad.
This could be, and then okay, fine, cool. I got that part, right? But what about afterwards when she started telling you, hey, send money here, send money there, send money everywhere?
See, at that point, that's when I knew, all right, I'm in a bad spot. But I was so paranoid and scared not to do it that I was like, all right, I got to do it.
You're bugging. Did she have your address? Because what I would have done, right? Maybe, okay, let's go on the pretense that I was so horny that I was, had a mental breakdown and just was stupid. Yeah. And I gave this broad my password. Fine. What I would have done afterwards, once she was like, hey, you need to send money here and there and everywhere, I'd have blocked the bitch, changed my password, and thank you for the $5,000. Like,
see,
what?
I would have just to add on to that, since even though you didn't know if the check was fraudulent, I probably would have called the bank and say, hey, I just got $5,000 in my account. I just want to make sure that that's legit or something. I don't even know if you can do that, but
I don't know. Yeah, my mind was somewhere. But I'll tell you, it took me a long ass time to get a new account. I mean, it took me a long ass time. But the cool part was once I like did all this shit with the bank, I had like $1,000 in there, and I'm like, I'm gonna spend it frivolously. That's exactly what I did. I gotta
save that shit.
I
Wow.
just want to give anyone my bank information.
Hell no, I'm not giving you nothing. No.
Yeah, I would never do that again. I'd never do that again.
I hope not, motherfucker. Like, I don't know what you were thinking.
Now,
I thought you were gonna say that I woke up and there were only $5 in my account. They took all my money.
So going back to my thing, because I've seen something similar like this before. If I match with some people, for whatever reason, I always match with the people that have OnlyFans accounts and shit, and they're trying to promote their stuff. Like, I get it, you got to hustle, but I mean, like, man, on a dating app, it's kind of fucking lame. I ain't gonna hold you.
What, on Tinder?
No, it wasn't Tinder. It was Hinge, actually.
I don't know how I feel about these OnlyFans chicks. It's like, because once you put something out on the internet, it's just out there, right? And eventually you're gonna have children. Like, how are you gonna explain this shit? Like, mommy, Tyler's daddy said he saw you naked. Like what?
20 years ago.
He said he saw your boobies.
He said your boobies. OnlyFans is cool, right? I mean, I get it. I think we're living in this time where women just feel liberated by, showing off their bodies, and that's what you want to do. That's cool. I really got nothing against that. I really don't. My thing is, don't flaunt it around like you got a talent or, you really working hard and grinding. Bitch, you are taking pictures and videos of your naked body doing promiscuous things so horny old dudes can subscribe and pay to see that shit. That's not a talent. You don't have a skill. You just like doing promiscuous things.
The only skills are genetics.
I'm gonna disagree to an extent with that, because I have friends that have stuff like that, and they don't. It's their life. Like, I have a friend that's a porn star that's on so many different fucking sites. It's a guy, by the way, so it's not like it's
porn. Porn is different.
Porn's different. But even then, all people that don't even do porn are still making stuff on OnlyFans that I also am friends with, and I'm just like, man, if it's their hustle, go ahead. It's not affecting me, and I don't buy any of it, so it's not like.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. I'm just calling it what it is. Like, don't walk around here acting like you got a fucking talent.
It's better than prostitution. I will say that.
What's the difference? Like, what's the difference?
It's more or less modern day prostitution. Let's be honest.
What's the difference? Because you're paying for a service to see these people naked, and then you can pay extra money because I know some of them are like, oh yeah, we can meet up in person, or oh yeah, I'll talk to you on a live chat. You can pay me like $5 just to talk to me, and I'll pull my boobs out or some shit. It's like you don't have a talent, you like showing off your body, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I want people, like if women are listening to this, like don't get on me and be like, oh, Dante's hating on my sexuality. I like to be sexually expressive. Like that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's like understand that there are certain repercussions that come with you just selling your body online. Like yesterday, I was online and we were looking at Ruby Rose had come up because you're talking about this whole Ice Spice and Ruby Rose thing. You know, like Ice Spice has this shitty ass song out, but I'm not gonna hold you. It's a fucking bop. It's a fucking bop. Okay, you thought I was feeling you?
How could it be a bop?
That nigga nuts. Like that shit is hype. That shit's hype.
It's just a light skinned girl with a fat. I mean, she has fat. That's about it.
Man, no, it's fat. She looked like little Orphan Annie up there on stage, but it's fat. It's fat. Okay, it's fat. It's fat. But like she was up there, and people were comparing her to Ruby Rose. How Ruby Rose had like literally one song that was okay. I don't know what song it was because her music is not good. Ruby Rose makes strip club music. I've been telling niggas for years. She makes strip club music. That's what she makes.
I thought she was an actor though.
No, Ruby Rose, not no goddamn actor. Okay, she got
Maybe
big.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, she got big because she was in the Bad and Bougie video in 2016 when she was like fucking 19, and then she blew up off there. And all she does is shake her ass and shit. And you know how me and Tave were talking about used to be putting their booty cheeks on Instagram for promotion. That's all she does. And she literally said she made $1 million last month off OnlyFans, and her first like 10 pictures were literally shit she took off her Instagram. So you got motherfuckers paying like $15-$20 to subscribe to your OnlyFans, and you're posting the same shit that you have on Instagram, but then you're gonna like, you know, walk around in your bedroom for 7 seconds with your, you know, with your underwear or your thong on, and niggas gonna pay for that shit. Like,
see, I'm looking up Ruby Rose and I'm seeing an entirely different Ruby Rose. I'm seeing like the actress model, like short haired from Orange is the New Black Ruby Rose. Who the fuck is this Ruby Rose you're talking about?
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, but I forgot you're not really intertwined with the culture like that, man. So let me give you.
Is it this Ruby Rose?
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one I'm talking about. It's like there's only one Ruby Rose I know, and it's the one that's infinitely more famous, apparently.
No, she's definitely not infinitely more famous. I can tell you that right now.
I don't know about that.
No, I can tell you that right now.
I feel like is it this Ruby Rose?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that one. I've never seen her in my life. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
See, she's making all that guap from the OnlyFans.
Yeah, because hers is Ruby. I think it's Rubi Rose.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, I can hold you. Ruby Rose bad as hell. Oh,
yeah, you know what? I don't even feel like talking about these raggedy bitches. Fuck both of them. They both.
Anyway, back to the original. I was gonna say back to the original question. Who's got the best boobs in Hollywood?
Salma Hayek.
Yes.
Boobs.
Yes.
Salma Hayek.
Oof. I'm not a boobs guy, so I don't really pay attention to who has the best boobs. But
I co-sign on Salma Hayek. I'm going to say Salma Hayek.
I co-sign on Salma Hayek.
She's almost 60, and I really
she's almost 60.
I really want to pipe. I really want to. I'm not gonna lie. There's no fans butts about it.
She's 56.
Oh shit,
sexy as hell too.
Yeah, tell me about
aging like fine wine.
I say, hey, if they ever get too heavy, let me know. I'll just pick them up.
Hoochie man, what a goon. Speaking of women causing problems for guys, let's talk about this whole PNB Rock situation.
Transition into it. Damn.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say my piece on it, and then I'm not gonna say anything else after it. Men have to stop shitting on this female, saying that it's her fault. Okay, it's not at all her fault that PNB Rock got shot. There were multiple things that went on in that situation that shouldn't have happened. First of all, why did it take so long for them to get some help for that dude after he got shot? They left that man out there to die. Okay, they left him on that floor, bleeding and shaking, and barely got any help. There's no way in hell an ambulance should not have been there within 5-10 minutes. Okay,
how long did it take?
The other thing is, I couldn't even tell you. The other thing is, PNB Rock was actually on a podcast literally like 3-4 days ago talking about, you know, what it's like living in LA or being in LA, you know, how you have to watch your back because, you know, being a famous rapper, especially, you got ops out there. You got people gunning for you. They want your money. They want your bread. They want to steal from you. They want to rob you. They want to kill you. That's how it is, right? So you constantly have to watch your back. You have to constantly know where you're at. He was at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I don't know if you guys know about Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is not in the safest place of LA. It's in downtown LA. Okay, downtown LA is not safe. You go past the Staples Center, or was it crypto.com, whatever the fuck it is now, you're in a bad area. You're in a bad area. He was there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have no damn security on him. Okay. You were
I mean,
he got caught lacking. He really did. And the thing is that niggas knew he was out there. And it's the very same thing he was talking about. You have to have certain people around you when you go to certain places as a celebrity.
You know what? No, it makes me mad because you know what? Let's talk about this real quick. Niggas need to do better, right? When I say niggas, I mean the black community needs to do better. We keep talking about how people, and when I mean people, I say white people. Obviously not all white people, right? And it's not all black people. But people in that situation, in that life, why is the fuck are we only killing each other? Like, why are we killing each other? We keep doing shit to each other and then complain about what the fuck the man does. Right? We keep making fucking stupid decisions and then turn around and complain about the lack of opportunities. What man holding me down? Man, shut your stupid ass up. The man shouldn't, like, I hear you, right? But he shouldn't have to go to extreme lengths, especially when you have beef with no one, to protect yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, logically speaking, when you look back in retrospect, in hindsight, whatever you want to say about it, be like, yeah, man, maybe you should have had security with you, so you can be safe because you're a celebrity and they are unfortunately crazy people in this world. But he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to. And it's fucked up because you know what? The first thing I did when I heard about what happened, I went to go because I just heard that first of all, I didn't know who this man was. And then I was like, oh shit, where did this happen? And a part of me, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me was hoping that it happened like Texas, so I could talk shit. But then I was like, damn, California, bro. They have stricter gun laws in Texas. So then you turn like, does Texas have a point with everyone having guns? Then does that deter people from shooting each other because he has a gun too? It's like, I don't know.
That's a pretty black way to die, though. I mean, my man died eating chicken and waffles. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one way to go out.
Let me say this though, because if I'm out in public, for one, I wouldn't want it even broadcasted anywhere that I'm out in public. So I'm not saying I'm blaming the girl, but at the same time, that's kind of that's a rookie fucking move to make, to tweet, to put an Instagram story of where you are at that very moment in time, knowing where you are.
That's where she fucked up. That's where she fucked up. It's not her fault,
problem, but it is her fault. Because no one would have known if they would have just shut the fuck up. And that's why social media is a fucking problem when it comes to stuff like this. Because it's only giving people
it's a her problem. Like,
no, that's not fair. That's not fair though, because because you cannot prove that those niggas saw her story and were like, okay, we're gonna go rob this nigga PNB Rock. That's the problem I'm having.
We can't not prove
everybody.
It
No.
Agreed.
You just want to say that because you think that's
There's
the
two
right
sides
thing.
to the coin, Dante.
No. I'm not gonna take that.
Realistically, if we can sit here back and forth and speculate on what we think should and should not have happened, but the fact is, she shouldn't do that. Like, when you're a celebrity or with someone of certain status, you have to be more mindful of things like that. You have to.
The only thing she did wrong was that she posted it while they were still there.
Yeah,
well, that was the problem. Well, that's the one thing. She did it while they were still there.
Yeah, that was the only thing. It's like, that shouldn't have been that shouldn't have
so
happened.
It proves my point.
No, it doesn't prove your point.
To an extent,
it's still not smart that she did that, but people just want to pin it on somebody. So like, oh, she posted that story while they were there. It's her fault he got shot. No, it's not her fault.
No. It's
I'm
not.
not saying it's her fault, but those actions could or could not have led to the instance of PNB Rock getting killed.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I didn't listen to his music anyway, so
no, I didn't even know.
I didn't even really know who he was, but I just knew that.
I knew who he was. I didn't listen to his music because I thought it was kind of overrated. But it is what it is.
I didn't get it.
He had a house over in Levittown that had parties every so often. And when people found out, or when the news found out that it was PNB Rock in his house in Levittown, people were like, "Oh my God, I lived down the street from him and I didn't even know it."
Yeah.
And
because
you know,
they probably didn't want people to know that he lived down the street in Levittown.
Yeah, well, no, they threw big parties anyway, so I mean, it was gonna happen eventually. But one of my friends posted a memory on Snapchat. It was like 3 years ago too. He was chilling outside of the local mall with no one. Like he was just there chilling on the bench, and my friend's like, "Yo, look who I got," you know, like being all cool and stuff. So, it's just sad to see him go. Like the way that he went. And seeing that video that was so bad. As soon as I saw that, I knew he wasn't.
I watched like the first 5 seconds, and then I'm like, I can't watch anymore.
I was like, that's not him. That's not him. And then one of the workers moved, and then you saw him moving. It's like, no, he's not.
I seen the first 5 seconds of that video, and I'm just like, nah. Because here's the thing with me, I can't watch like real people get hurt. I can watch it on TV, or I can do. Like, you know, where it's all fake and stuff, or it's like movies and Hollywood and all that shit. But like when it comes to real people getting shot, like I saw a dude get knifed in the fucking neck like a couple weeks ago on Facebook of all fucking things, or was it Twitter? One of those, probably Twitter. And he takes the knife out of his neck, and you just start seeing shit splurting out. Yeah, no, it's like it was fucked. I'm just like, no, that guy's dead. That guy's done. There's no way.
Fucking neck.
Yeah, I watched too many Martin Scorsese movies for me to like just not be numb to that shit. I'm just like, okay.
It is what it is.
Once you've seen the opening scene, once you've seen the opening scene of Goodfellas, nothing phases you anymore.
Oh shit!
As far as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Like, you know, it's
anyways.
I'm a Sopranos fan, man.
Oh, it's the greatest show of all time. All right, Matt, hit me with them socials, bro.
All right, guys. Well, first of all, I do want to say some big news. I already put it out on Twitter on behalf of us, but we are syndicated now. So I will give a shout out to our syndication site. It's called Full Swap Radio. So we're on. Yeah, so our show is going to be on there every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is
9 a.m. Eastern.
Noon Eastern Standard Time for us.
Wait, what?
So 10 a.m. Oh, no, 11. It's 11. I don't know. I can't do fucking time. Whatever it is. Either way, you can find us on there. The link is already in our link tree. Check us out. We appreciate the opportunity to be on that site. In addition, you can also check us out on Twitter at Bromigos Pod, where most of the debauchery happens on behalf of us.
Yes.
Instagram, the Bromigos Pod. And of course, the TikTok, which is going to be even more fire now, considering that we now are on fucking video. The Bromigos Podcast, and now you have a reason to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just subscribe to the Bromigos Podcast.
Also hit us up on our Cash App. It's at Daint Moolah. Just send whatever you want.
Yeah, give this man $5,000 and then tell him to send
$5,000. Yeah, this motherfucker.
5, 10, 15, 20. Hell yeah, man! I'll take it all.
Yeah. Tell him he'll get something. Tell him he'll get a little something from you. It'll make
you tell me you're gonna show me some pussy and give me $5,000. I might go.
Whoa!
We're gonna get kicked off.
Just on a roll today, my boy.
Hey, yo, pause.
Put your pussy lips on live. I give you $1,000. Like that's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Oh my god.
Well, all right, people. That's enough of us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a glorious rest of your day.
Peace.
You've been listening to the Bromigos Podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Avena!